No.
Hey! Love has won.
Welcome, Erwin.
We love you all. Thank you for joining us. We are the First Contact Ground Crew team.
Shout out to the Philippines.
I love lumpia. And this is 5D Full Disclosure, Heaven on Earth. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of the divine plan, Mother God's divine plan as it unfolds day by day, piece by piece. Heaven on earth. Are you ready, humanity?
Yes!
Woo!
Welcome, Igor in the house. Georgie.
Love you, Igor. Love you, Mijo.
From Washington. How's the weather over there? How's the weather anywhere? I'm rehearted of Dr. Seuss. I love the books from Dr. Seuss. It's like, will you fail or will you succeed? Yes, indeed. 99 point something guaranteed. That's where we're at. In the front lines.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah. Yeah, you. That means you too. Yeah. We are at the battlefront, and thank you guys for stepping up, for recognizing this is a spiritual war, for recognizing that every day is a battlefront. Every day you must fight for the good of all. Because you know what? The bad guys, they ain't going down without a fight. And they're going to push, and they're going to pull any last minute hoorahs to try to get you into lower frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you, as a spiritual master, as an energetic master, you recognize when the attacks are coming in, when lower energy is trying to take you out or put you into a lower vibrational state. And, you know, with that awareness, boom, boom, what's up? Bring it on.
So we feel that anxiety and depression is going to hit the collective because it is coming in hot on the field. Like everyone was just like,
depressed.
What the hell is this? It ain't heaven, that's for sure. So a lot of grounding today. Like V pretty much did a fire and she boiled a lot of coils and we were just sitting with it and just like chilling out, painting balls, just doing something that connected us to nature, because unless you're grounding these energies out, it's going to get stuck. And I've had pretty much a tension headache all day, and I've just been like expanding the energy with my hands. So if you lie on the grass or somewhere that you can lie, and you have like an elevation, put your feet towards like, I don't even know how to describe this, but anyway, like have your head lower than your feet so that the blood rushes towards the brain. And then lie down so that the gravity takes the pressure, like the weight of your head towards your fingertips. And Mom designed our hands in perfect order. Like if you press these pressure points, I've shown this before, but like these are really big pressure points underneath the cheekbone. If you do that and do that, you'll find that your middle finger hits the third eye perfectly. So if you can just like nanu, you can feel that tension all the way. And you can even like run your thumbs all the way towards your nostril, because these are going to take a hit, as well as the back. So just below the hairline, you can have your pointy finger there, and then either side of the middle, you can lie and you can actually feel release of the pressure. And then you can then slowly put the pressure and direct the energy outward. That was what I was doing pretty much all day. And then I would like click. And if you're not very familiar with how to do that, you're just cupping your chin and you're supporting the back. And you're going to like naturally rotate to that point that you kind of don't know that it's going to go any further, and just go click. But don't be afraid. Don't be fearful, because we're coming into our embodiment of healers. We are natural born healers. They told us we weren't. So all of these belief systems of what we're not, just throw it out the window, because we are.
Yes.
Candace says, experience some deep depression for past 5 days. Yep, lifted today. Thank you, Mom. Use your 7 stages of grief ceremony.
Wow.
Indeed.
Beautiful. I did want to read something really quick.
Go for it.
Okay. What to do when starseeds and light workers are under attack? If you encounter resistance, displeasure, criticism, then you seem to be doing something right. At the moment, starseeds and lightworkers, etc., are sometimes heavily under attack. As we all know, the old and the dark make a lot of noise while dying, and since they see their skins floating away, as more of us are activated every day, the attack sometimes more violent. We have to imagine it this way. The brighter we shine, the more visible we become for those who want to prevent our awakening. This applies above all to those who have a certain reach, be it media or energetically. We know that a starseed, lightworker, etc., has the ability to illuminate up to 5,000 people or more in his or her environment through their light alone, and to positively influence, activate, and strengthen their energy fields. That means that when we stand in our strength, we are like bright, luminous points that can even be seen from the cosmos. And just as we see the stars in the sky, we shine here on Earth. I myself have often observed that my surroundings vibrate very harmoniously in certain radius. Whereas when I leave this radius, which is practically permanently irradiated, in other words, to go shopping, another part of the city, the energies are sometimes much harsher and more 3D heavy like, which can be a rather unpleasant experience at times. Every starseed and lightworker came here with a specific task, and we were all strategically placed to bring light into the dark, which also means that, of course, not everyone likes this, and we can encounter resistance. Even this can be very challenging at times. It is important not to let anything or anyone prevent us from letting our light shine as brightly as possible. For this, we don't have to do anything special except come into our strength and stay there. This alone is enough to achieve, among other things, a positive benefit for ourselves and the world. So know that if you encounter such resistance, be it energetic, mental, or even physical, you have to do something right. Otherwise, you'd be of no interest to those who do not serve the light. Just see it this way. You get pity for free. You have to work for envy. In this respect, this is even to be rated positively for you because you are obviously on the right path. Otherwise, everything in this phase of awakening that we are currently in would just splash around without major incidents. And we would not learn so much as with these admittedly sometimes very undesirable challenges. All of this only makes us stronger. And if we want to manage to look at it that way, put on our golden armor full of love and let nothing or anyone stop us. Everything gets a completely different note. It's always a question of perspective and everything has two sides. So let's make the decision and choose the one that uplifts us. And instead of being intimidated by it, because whether they are aware of it or not, but thereby they help us to become more stronger and powerful. And we have been here before. So let us tell them, now more than ever, everything we need for this is laid upon us. We just have to turn the power button on. Everything else will come naturally. Together we can do it. We show them where the hammer hangs. Rise up, shine as much as you can, and know that it is already done on a higher level. Kate Hill.
Whee! Request, please, to post that on the website. Of
course, definitely.
Yay! So it's like the two wolves inside of us. Are you gonna feed the dark or the light? Always a battle. It is world war. World war. They even called it civil war, like global civil war. I was listening to an interview and they called it global civil war. It was an uprising of all the people who have had enough of the lies that they were told. The distrust in the government, everything is like, I've had enough. And that may take some moments. We are ahead of the bell-shaped curve. We are the first and second wavers. So have patience. It's not an easy battle. we're talking about the battle of the souls here. And physical ascension is not easy. This is a war. It's like we're not fighting with weapons. We're fighting with the heart. Mind, heart. Heart over mind.
Yep.
Cancel mind. Mind does not exist in New Earth.
Yeah, the mind is a program that hijacked your brain. It hijacked the brain heart function, bypassed the heart to keep you in a loop of endless thoughts. The mind. The mind is not the brain, and the mind is not consciousness. The mind is the program that we are fighting against. The mind is the ego program mind that has kept you in separation, that has falsely led you into thinking that you were actually separate from the all, the whole, the one, great spirit, planet Earth. All of us, we're all connected. And that's why it's absolutely critical you recognize your importance and how every breath you take, every action you decide to do matters. And that is the battlefront. That is the war that we are facing, because if you are not choosing love, compassion, you are choosing to feed a dying paradigm. So begin to hold yourself accountable, begin to take those baby steps. And like Jerry's saying, it's not a war with guns, and it's not a war with swords like the olden days. And in some levels it is multidimensionally, but for us it's about lighting sage, Palo Santo, writing your ceremonies, getting things into right action so that the energy can flow. All these little things is the battlefront that we are all facing right now.
Yeah. George saying it's unity consciousness. You're either in or out. Simple. Mom has always said, keep it simple. And unity consciousness comes in like all the little signs. And we've always emphasized sharing, because unless you're sharing, you're not going to know. The other person isn't going to know that you're going through the same experience as them, and that they're going through the same experience as you. I wanted to play and share one of Mom's transmissions from 7 years ago. The title is Short Update, The Real Truth About Who Humanity Is. Can I just do something? I feel we're on a wonky slant. Just
Cool.
Felt better about that. Thank you. Okay, Mom, take it away.
Greetings, love beings. We just got back, yesterday, from a very important mission, which we will share in our next update and in our council meeting, which everybody on this planet is invited, which is on Wednesday, beginning at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, and we will be sharing these past, week that we spent completing a mission. And it was fascinating, interesting, wowness. A lot of things occurred. We're very excited about it. And right now, many, many people can feel this. The Stargate has opened. There are huge amounts, which almost takes my breath away. Sorry. I'm going to cry. Huge amounts of light that is pouring into the planet right now, and so many of you can feel what is happening, and it's very, very amazing. We have some upcoming events here as we end July and begin August. 8/8 is Father God and I's anniversary of our divine marriage, which was 8/8 of 08. And also, we are still in the Lionsgate, which opened on the 26th. So we have all this, so much going on right now, and we'll have more to share with you. We wanted to share in this video the real love and truth of humanity, and how from the beginning, how it was from the beginning and what's happening now, as everybody has entered eternity, really. And this is the story of Father God and I and all of you, humanity, because you are us. We love you unconditionally, and we're happy to be back sharing as much joy and love and truth as possible to help you along your journeys. Know that we're with you every step of the way. You are not alone, and we love you unconditionally. The real love and the real truth. The love story of humanity. Long, long ago, love decided to experience love in the physical manifest, and the divine plan was activated. Through the experience, the greatest love of all would meet eye to eye with the mirror of the greatest love of all. To do this, love merged with the unknowable, and through this merger, we were born as conscious co-creation, as Father, Mother God, Amun-Ra, for the experience of yin and yang, to again make a whole. Each were sent to different sides of the entire spectrum. The challenge was then to remember the greatest love of all, in order to complete a circuit of energy to make everything one again. The plan was written to experience and to feel, to answer the question, what does the greatest love of all feel like? We have successfully accomplished this task, so that now all of humanity must accomplish is to receive our gift of love. To feel this love from within, for humanity is us and our reflection of perfect love. Love in the unknowable created us, Father, Mother, God, for the experience of understanding this love. To feel what the greatest love felt like in its highest expression of the living oneness. We had created many other planets and universes together, and we created planet Earth, equal heart, as a symbol of our combined love and adoration for each other. Earth, equal heart, is connected at the center of this entire universe and galaxy. It's the only planet of heart. We then planted the seeds for our children, all of you, royal angels, to give them our love as a gift to experience the greatest love of all with us, which is the all within the one. You're welcome, loves. You are our greatest gift and our greatest joy. And humanity awakening is our greatest joy. Thank you for remembering. Thank you for being love. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for following your missions. Each of you have been activated through this energy. We love you so. And transmission in all love is unconditionally.
Yeah.
Mother and Father God, Amun-Ra, and the Earth Allies.
Wow, Mom.
Wow. Woo.
Woo! Yay! I felt that brain activation. It just went.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
That was beautiful. And of course, right on cue, right on par. You know, there's so much going on behind the scenes that, you know, we don't know what's going on. And in many ways, it's best that way because it is so multifaceted. There's so many players involved right now that just holding space, you know, being able to recognize some of these energies coming through so that they do trickle down, they do get transformed, you know, for the collective. And it's just so vital that you really start to tap into your own guidance, with God, with your angels, and really begin to chip away at anything preventing you from being on the highest timeline, anything preventing you from truly beginning to achieve your dreams, and let go of the old, let go of the dying paradigm. Pray for it, write a ceremony, ask for clarity, and then that's when these miracles happen. That's when, before you know it, mom will present a situation for you that will help you, that will essentially catapult you out of the mess you've created for yourself. And we've all been there. We've all, on many levels, in one shape or form or another, we've been there. And that's why it's so important that we share, so that you guys can each learn from your experiences, and no one's repeating the same stuff. It's not like a broken record on repeat. We want to expand, we want to move forward, we want to get to the next level, be in states of bliss and joy, and truly feel what it's like to have that gift of love in every experience, love everywhere present, in every interaction, every being. That is the ultimate gift. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, grateful, Mom. I heard Mom today a few times, and she just repeated herself. She said, "Are you ready, Jerry?" I'm like, "Ready for what? Are you ready? Are you ready?" I'll be as ready as I'll ever be. I surrender. I used to fight and resist just everything, and it was just the ego. The ego just wanted to rebel for rebellion's sake, and it's silly, because we are rebels naturally. We go against the grain. We don't follow rules when it doesn't make sense, and just a lot of asleep beings, and it's just frustrating. That doesn't mean that they're not going to wake up. It just means it's just going to take moments. And that's where, we got to do us. You do you. This is Virginia's favorite saying. You do you. But by you raising your frequency, you raise everyone else's frequency around you. And that's how powerful you are. I don't know. I feel like I could share this. I spoke to my Earth Mom last night, and she follows the Q movement. And she's like, "Why is it taking so long?" She's a bit depressed like everyone else is. And I'm like, "Well, we're all depressed, so it's all good." I said, "But what are you doing to do your inner work?" I said, "So if all your powers, your superpowers came online, if all your inner gifts were activated now, if you had the replicator and the Tesla technology, what would you do with it? What would you do with it? Do you know what planet you want to go on? Would you like to visit an Earth? Do you want to breathe underwater?" And then she got it, and I said, "Are you decluttering your space?" Because she collects a lot of stuff. We're all accountable for having too much things, material goods, material possessions, attachments, photos. The list goes on and on and on. And so
stamps.
Your laptop, yes, stamps. Oh, I used to, I love traveling, and Mom loved to travel, but she never really collected things. No. She even gave stuff out, with her water ceremonies. There's one footage where she had this bag, and she just was like, candy, dunk, piece of pin, dunk, in the water. And she was in such childlike wonder, and she kept laughing at the camera because she didn't know what was in her bag. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, let's chuck that in." Boop! And she's like, "Ah!" And she was just being in such joy, knowing that she was activating the water through throwing random shit. Mm-hmm. And to her, it was like, it's okay. It's not polluting. She's prime source. She knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. And so even more powerful are the crystals, Penny does a lot of water ceremonies, and she just gets guided by angels to take her to different waterways, and she just drops the crystal, says a ceremony, and it's really that simple. Whatever you can, set the intention for love to reverberate from your inner universe. You are a universe. You are a portal. You are a replicator. You are medbeds. We've said this many, many times, but it stays in the head. So my mom was like, she was getting the concept, but it's like, you know all of this. Are you applying it? Are you feeling it? Are you experiencing it? What changes happen when you move furniture around? What feelings do you get when you sleep at the foot of the bed? What direction is your bed on? Because like in feng shui, there's just these general rules about leakage of energy. So feng shui is about flow. And if you have the headboard by a window, it's going to affect you differently than if you had it against a solid wall. If you have a water fountain in front of your house, how is your entrance blocked? Has it got plants? Abundance flows through open space. Where's the clutter at? What are we call them black holes. In the RV, it was hilarious because any empty surface is a vacuum. It would suddenly fill with just crap. It's hard for 9 beings, sometimes 11, to be in an RV, but it would exacerbate this phenomenon of black holes. And it's like, black hole, black hole. And there would be like call out after call out after call out. So where is it at? Where's your space at? Bobby's selling off her vintage clothes and all her goods. Like, she's not attached anymore. She once was, probably. Everyone is.
Yeah, and it is getting more precise in what you're deciding to hold on to, how you're deciding to, release and get rid of this stuff. And if you're not, like, the universe is setting you up in such a way where you're not going to have a choice. At the end of the day, everything is pushing you to surrender, to let go of all those attachments, all those 3D materialistic things, all those relationships that were founded in dysfunction, everything that is of the old paradigm. You're going to be asked to surrender it, to let it go. You can't bring this heavy baggage to heaven. In heaven, you will have replicators. You will have the ability to create and manifest instantly. So why would you want to hold on to all your stamp collection or your baseball card collection? Like, sell it while you can, because there's a good chance it's not going to have much value here in the near future. Same thing with your comic books. You see what happens. These people that have money start collecting the most ridiculous things. It just gets really bad. It's so extravagant. Where are you drawing the line? And the minute we begin to gather, the givers begin to gather, everything flips. Your resources come together. You have ability and access to do much more things when you are all working together, right? Not running off in each one of your box to go be in a box, to sit there for 8 hours just to come back and live in your box. It's just a closed system. When in reality, we're symbiotic with everyone and everything. We work together. We complement each other. We work in flow and in harmony. And it's actually not complicated. The program wants to make it so difficult, so challenging, so far out of reach, when in reality, you're already in it. Love has already won. Like, you're literally getting guided on a day-to-day basis with your angels, with Mom, with Robin, with Saint Germain, to nudge you along, make sure you're on the right path, even if it doesn't seem like it. Like we were speaking about yesterday, you got to break down to break through. So enjoy the breakdowns. Enjoy when things start to, seemingly fall apart. because it's set in space for new beginnings to come in. How about that?
And we're not separate. So it was a design so that you couldn't live abundantly, you couldn't thrive. There's a really good documentary called, well, it's not a documentary, it's a movie called Thrive. And it's all about, why is everyone dying of cancer? Why is it that nature thrives and then it doesn't? We are nature. We are part of mom. Mom is nature. Mom is the planet. How is it that we're not thriving? Because that's our natural blueprint. That is her gift to us, to thrive. And so they followed the money trail, and we all know where that story goes. But it's the toric field. We are a toric field. And they have beautiful solutions on their website. There's a beautiful community that's sprouting everywhere, all across the globe. They may not be connected to mom, but soon they will. And these communities, you know, they give really simple suggestions like support local businesses, take your money out of the big banks, use the local banks, local owned banks, cooperations, co-ops, and start a community. Who doesn't want to live in a community? Do you know someone else who is awake that you could all move into one house? How about them apples? Because we all know that the path of a spiritual being gets tested by being with family. And so you actually going out of your comfort zone, inviting another family into your household or vice versa, you're going to hit roadblocks. But that's the journey. The journey is to accept all of it. We don't love each other less. Love is not conditional. Just because someone says something that hurt you because you took it personally. Or someone did something like today when I was getting ready for stream. Dylan had been looking at properties and I had all these tabs open. And, you know, for me, like how I would do it, I would like save the links. That's what I do. So that in case someone grabs that computer and shuts everything down, you still have the links. So I went into assumption. I closed a couple of tabs. And then Virginia's like, I hope you didn't close those tabs. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, no, save them. So then Dylan comes along. He's like, did you see? What did you do? I'm like, did you close the tabs? I'm like, yeah. He's like, Jerry. And I was like, oh, I thought, well, no, you didn't. Well, you did think, you didn't feel. So anyway, we lost a couple of tabs. But I still got over it very quickly. I didn't feel bad about it. I kind of just made a pact with myself. I'm not going to do that again. I saved the links. And then I just said, I'm sorry. I didn't actually say sorry. I just said, oh, he got over it. It was all good. It wasn't meant to be. Everything is in divine order. Nothing you do is a mistake. Everything is for experience. Everything is to be grander the next moment. Everything is about learning. So he didn't love me less. I didn't love him less. I loved him more because he just got over it. No, actually, I just have a deeper love and appreciation and gratitude for mom. That's where it's at.
And that's a big move for everyone, you know, who's watching this stream, who's now considering, you know, gathering and really gathering with the givers, people who are willing to do the work, so that when things go awry or, you know, people get triggered, you know, you want to look at the energetic, you want to transform it. And that's the beauty of gathering with your spiritual family. And in many ways, this means cutting ties with your earth family. You know, in many ways, your earth family is there as a test, you know, of your ultimate faith, knowing that we're, you know, all connected, but your true growth will be outside of that earth family dynamic. Like, you really need to put yourself around people who are striving for the same things, who do want to do the spiritual work, the energetic work to become a better person. You know, those are the people you want to live with. Those are the people you want to continue to spend your moments with so that you guys lift each other up. You got people in our earth family who are just stuck, you know, and we can't go into that savior programming. That's not how you win this war. Winning this war meaning you have to actually have boundaries from these takers, from these people, these family members, these loved ones, these old friends that just want to suck you dry. They want all your energy, all your attention, but they never reciprocate. There's never an equal energy exchange. And it's just me, suck, 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 give me, what about me, poor me. And then they make you feel guilty for not being there. That's not true reality. That's being stuck in a black hole. And so you have these awarenesses now, and you know, we highly encourage, these are the next phases, is really beginning to reach out to your neighbors, reach out to people who are of similar passion, similar vibration, and figure it out. You know, begin to gather, begin to join in resources, and you will be pleasantly surprised how mom will set this up for you. But you got to set the intention. You got to start taking those baby steps, moving the energy in that direction, writing a whole ceremony about it. You know, all these little things that will eventually build into something beyond your wildest dreams.
Mm-hmm. And guilt is going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Guilt, unworthiness, these preconceived ideas from an old matrix illusion. And we were listening to Cry On today. and it's, I love the metaphors, because mom listened to Lee Carroll, and she says that, you know, some of Cry On's, well, some of his channeling isn't that accurate, but you just take the gist. And he described, like, it wasn't a robot, but like a car. You go into Earth as a car, and you're winning all the races. You know, you're getting the accolades, and it's all wonderful because you're winning. You're winning this race. Any race you go to, you win it. But then the car kind of just has its time, and it's time to go back to car heaven. And the car that was on Earth meets like the grandest mom car. And then the car goes through a life review and says how wonderful it was. And then mom car says, well, did you know that you're a flying Ferrari? It wasn't exactly those words, but it was like, it was grander, so much more divine than what it thought it was. And that's the same with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, why is it that we grow old? It's because that was passed down from belief systems through the ages. Why is it that, you know, Italian women get fat after they get pregnant? You know what I mean? Like, they're just these belief systems that as soon as you clean the slate, like Neo in the Matrix, it's like actually a blank canvas. We live 20 times longer. Mm-hmm. There is no growing old, aches and pains. None of that exists. But right now, you know that at an intellectual level. How are you shifting the experience so that it manifests and reflects back the new paradigm? Like, a lot of times when we burn ourselves in the kitchen, we just go, burns don't exist. Burns an illusion. You don't even have to run it underwater. You know, that's kind of the badass kind of extreme flip that we need to do. You get an insect bite. Insects don't exist. It's itchy. But that's what I'm intending, is like, you don't exist. You are manifesting it through words. It's like, fuck off. These horseflies, fuck off. I'm telling you, I'm going to kill you.
It works. I hate them horseflies, man.
Oh, man. And I've spent a lot of moments on the grass, and I have yet to have a tick bite me. It's like, nope, they don't exist. Thank you.
Yeah, I hate them ticks too, man. It's
Yeah,
amazing how much blood
Italians eat too much. I mean, Filipinos eat too much, but
we all do. Mexicans, yes.
but it's so yummy.
Especially when Jerry's cooking. It's like, what? I can't have any more lumpia? What?
Holy shit. Like, it was all gone. I was like, where's the lumpia? I'm checking the fridge. There's a portal in here. We made so many. But at least Mary had one. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we saved her one too for the next day.
Yeah, so this is where we're at. We're at the front line. We're at the front lines, and it is a war, and we hear a lot of fighter jets. And actually, I wanted to share something that I'd never witnessed before. Maybe I just wasn't that observant. But I asked Gabby to capture this moment when I was on the grass and drinking water from a big mug. I started to see the I don't even know what you call it when the light, it's like the prism. I'll show you. Someone will know the term for it. But I recorded it and I shared it on Yippee. But it was just amazing what I saw. Whee!
What the heck is that?
It's the light. Look at that star. And then it's a rainbow. Can you see the top? Oh, we couldn't see the rainbow, but and that to me was like, what the? Because I've never seen light do that on water before.
Plasma.
Yeah.
Peggy shares late breaking news from Omaha. Warren Buffett stepping down from the Gates Foundation.
Woo!
They're all going down, man. They're all going down.
Nice, Mike. Went out on the solstice to ground with my face to the ground. I get that. And commanded the ticks to stay away. Yeah. That's how powerful we are.
It's true. And if you get one, it's probably because you needed to get one.
A tick?
Yeah. You just gotta look like in the crevices, like under your arms, or like in between your legs. Yeah, because they go for the warmest spots, and that's where they all would attack.
Yeah, it's
to
awful
kill you
because
quicker.
They get the dogs.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's really tough.
And if you don't catch it right away, I mean, luckily we gave them medicine now, and they don't get on them at all. But it's bad.
Yeah, and then like Princess broke out in pimples on her ear and then around her like genitalia, and it was like, oh my god,
what is it? Big news! They said they can carry out without him. Donated $4 million and resigned.
Wow!
Shoot! Donate some of them millions to them crystal schools. I am in Kentucky, David. Where are you? But yes, guys, I mean, the power of coming together is just so incredible. You know, the new friends, the new relationships you'll make, the new experiences, the new opportunities that you would have never had you tried to do this all on your own. And that is exciting. It is exciting to know that you have no control of your future. Mom does. And mom has some very grand things planned for you. But you got to let it go. You got to let go of what you think is best for you, what you think you need to do. Truly dissolve the ego program mind, because that is the battlefront, that is the forefront of this spiritual war, is going away from separation and embracing now the unity of it all, how we're all intertwined, interconnected, and it's grand, it's beautiful. You know, we have an opportunity now to begin to thrive, to really level up. And, you know, it starts with a simple session. You know, that's really where really you want to get started, is have an etheric surgery done. Really start to get all the implants and things energetically removed from you. And the clarity will come in. You will have access again to that childlike wonder, to that curiosity where you don't get tired. You just want to keep researching and doing new things and fun things and enjoying the moment. They've taken our innocence away. So we literally have to command it back, through that childlike wonder.
Linda's saying, I love you, Soul Tribe. I am not alone with you all here, and we are all moving forward. Thank you, Mom, for calling me home.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I wondered if anyone knew what mushroom this was. It was so beautiful, and I kind of wanted to pick it up, but I don't know. Shit. Some mushrooms are dangerous, they say.
Let me see. Oh yeah, we could eat that one.
It was only one.
But it's not magical mushroom. It's just a standard salad mushroom.
Looks kind of juicy.
Yeah. I love mushrooms.
And also, there's just berry season. And
all the wild strawberries out there.
And nature is just so abundant. Mom has just gifted us with everything that we need. And even like water, I had such belief systems about water and the rivers and stuff, but just bless it and drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Bless everything, actually. There's not enough blessing up.
Yeah, when we first arrived at Crestone, Colorado, we were out camping. We hadn't found a house yet, but we ended up finding this beautiful camping spot right on the creek, right with the fresh water running, and to have access to that sort of water. And I remember going into and walking towards the creek, and there was like this fluffy grass. Everything was super, super spongy. And it was as if Mom set it up like perfectly. Like there were little crevices where you can do your dishes, where you can like brush your teeth. It was like the most enchanting, bathroom / backyard / home that I could have ever dreamt of, and I would have never experienced that had I stayed within my comfort zones, to go and join mission and experience these grand things. I mean, it was so beautiful to have that space to be able to experience like washing your dishes with cold water, or brushing your teeth out in the open like that. I mean, it's all out there for all of us to endure, to experience, to grow from. But it's not going to happen from the couch. Even I don't care if you have 4K, 8K TV. Like, it doesn't matter how high definition it is. Nothing beats getting there out there in true reality and really hugging a tree,
And keep sharing the truth. Keep sharing. Keep practicing that divine expression. Because that's the only way that love will move quicker. We're all here as messengers of God. Mom is full transparency. If you haven't yet come out of your comfort zone to say your piece, say your truth to someone who's really out of alignment, not in integrity, and is in dysfunction, give yourself a challenge or a journey of how to flip that. You be in your power. It's not about them changing. It's about you claiming your empowerment back through saying it how it is, saying it as it is. It's called unconditional love. Because it's only through your expression that the sound vibration has its healing properties. Thoughts manifest at one level. Speech, words manifest at another. And then love in action is where it's at. And that's why we ask everyone to co-create. There's some exciting new material for crystal schools. I'm finding out about elementals. I'm researching dragons. I'm researching all of these mythical creatures that I dabbled a little bit in like my younger years that are now like, oh, so they are real. Huh. Damn it. Why do they lie to me? Why do they want me to like memorize stupid historical dates, stupid names, stupid false history, stupid everything, stupid science, when all along it could have been this magical. Damn. And that's why Mom was like, please, humanity, I am the giver of dreams. Come, join me. And unless you're sharing about the wonderful, magical synchronicities of New Earth 5D Unity consciousness, your world isn't going to shift. It might shift a little bit, but not much.
Brandon asks, top 5 rappers of all time. Mike responds with Dylan, 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 and Dylan.
I don't even know who this Dylan is.
Dylan has no.
Oh, but the spell.
He just spelled it
right. Okay, cool. Dylan. I see Dylan.
Let me see. Biggie Smalls probably be my number 1, and then Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Wu-Tang Clan. What is the other one that's coming to me? Is not Far Side. I'm a little old school, okay?
Grandpa.
I'm a little old school.
Yeah.
Of course, Eminem. Nas is always good.
Yep, the songs are a lot more powerful in that, like, I've never been.
Oh, and Tom McDonald. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Tom.
There you go, Faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the songs hold the codes, and I'm never one to listen to lyrics. And when I really tune in to what the song is speaking about, it's pretty cool, because the song then morphs into something far grander than I used to think it. It's very interesting, the growth and the transformation through songs, because like Mom loved music, Mom loved singing, and a lot of times she would hear a song and she would grieve. She would grieve because she was put in a corner by the cabal and no one could hear her. So she'd listen to beautiful songs like, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 miles. She's like, that's my life. She walked a lot. She says, do you know how much these feet walked? I'm like, no, Mom. It's like, a lot. And then she would hear, well, the angels would play True Colors. And then she would tell a story about singing that on stage with her son. And you would just see the joy in her face. Those were special moments, many, many special moments that Mom would reheart and experience listening to a song. And the angels would play it exactly how the Galactus wanted her to transform those energies. And there was a lot of grief. So grief is going to be coming up. It's come up in the last 3 days for me, as well as Candace, as well as I'm sure a lot of the team members. It ain't easy, but go into it. Go deeper into the grief.
Right.
Dissolve that layer. It's okay. It's okay to be in depression. It's okay.
Yeah, you got to feel it to heal it. Otherwise, you're just bypassing, or you're putting on a Band-Aid. You're looking for a quick fix, a distraction. You know, feel into it and let your tears fall and really go through that process so that you can flip it. You can, turn things for the better.
Yeah, and also like Balanced Harmonics is coming on strong because, we're healing. The more we're connecting with our brothers, or the brothers connecting to their sisters, the more compassion we hold for each other, the more empathy, the more understanding, and the more maturity. We're leveling it all up, and that's going to be trickling down. Yesterday, I braided George's hair, and when we were on mission before Mom ascended, there weren't moments for that. There weren't moments to connect with each other because everything was so focused on Mom, and rightly so, because there was a lot to do to correct dysfunction when there's only like 15 odd members of the God Squad, there was a lot of work. But so there was so much healing and just like braiding, and George loves his hair getting like braided, and there was just because like there wasn't that element of sexuality within that experience, and we were just sharing stories about all the sexual dysfunction we grew up with, and how we got confused with our sexuality, and how much of an emphasis it was, peer pressure to experience sexuality or to feel guilty about sexuality. And it just got like into this tight knot. And all through your adulthood, you're looking for external validation, and you're trying to unravel that knot. It's a big knot. Humanity is stuck in this dysfunction of root chakra bullshit. We were watching the music videos, and you can feel a slight shift. Like you can pretty much turn off the music and see just sex. But then a lot of the songs that were playing while I was braiding his hair was to do with the old me and the new me. So Mom is working through the artist, saying, okay, slowly, slowly, that energy needs to trickle out into the collective. Slowly, slowly, let's give up the cabal controllers. Tom MacDonald's very vocal about that. Some are more subtle than others. So pay attention. Brendan just shared that there's a sink that he heard 500 miles on the radio today. So, yay.
Really nice.
Breathe, Kat says. It's always a play with energies. Cheer yourself up in the mirror. Sit with a tree. Have an heart opening mantra and feel Mom's magic bringing you back. Allow the angels to guide you. Embrace your pinks to be self-love in action, and let go of all the lower crap, layer by layer. Mama's love is always in the air. And then I missed the last bit, but yes, Mama's love is in the air. Mama's love is in the food. Anything we touch, see, hear, feel, that's Mom. And she ascended. Yippee! Sing a happy song. Love you, Taylor.
Yeah, music is so, so powerful. Just putting on your favorite tune and just let the transformation push through. Music is really good for that.
Kat says she loves singing German children's songs. Yes, a lot of nursery rhymes and children's songs. Mom just loves music. And we do too. And I'm learning how to sing again. Everyone needs to learn how to sing again. Bobby is self-taught. Mom would practice for hours in her bedroom. Whitney Houston songs. Thank you, Buddha.
Thank you, Mom.
George says, the celebrities are Mom's actors. Stop judging what you hear and see what the energy is telling you. What is it sharing? What's the message? Mom taught us to be non-attached so we can see the energy. It's all healing and truth. Yo, George played another song. It was what is it that it's two normal people going into like the parties, and George, help me out. It's like the pretty.
No.
I'm not beautiful. Beautiful people. Thank you, angels. Beautiful people. It's not who you are. It's not. Na. It's because it's like such a real. It was a real video. It was showing all these sexy fake people drinking, partying in the
Beautiful
pool.
People by Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. And then there was just these two random people who were just really happy. And they get on a plane and like he nicks the snack and it's just so funny. It's a satire. It's a comedy. Mom is the grandest comedy.
They want more singing, Jerry.
Maybe.
She sings all the time.
Yeah, I just break out into a song. I just like in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah. Anything will turn into a microphone. Be careful, the spatula, your cell phone. You know.
Yeah.
She just starts
It's
singing.
true.
It's pretty cool.
True. It's a childlike wonder. Who
Mhm.
cares? Who cares
And
if you're
why
off
not?
key?
We love you all so much. Thank you for joining us. So grateful, so honored to be here with you all at the forefront, at the battlefront of the spiritual war. Thank you all for taking responsibility and elevating yourself to the next level. Whatever it takes. Bring it on, angels. Bring it on, angels.
Bring it on, angels.
We love you all so much. We are the First Contact Ground Crew Team. 5D full disclosure. Heaven on earth. Do your part and don't be a fart. And take a start.
Take a start. Awesome. So tonight we have a masterclass for the ambassadors on human design at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And Hopo'ono.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you. 5,
6,
7,
8.
na 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 na.
Hey, 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 love as one and joy reigns. Na 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 na. Joy. Na 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 na. Joy reigns.
Hey, 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 love has won! Stop a mess and count your blessing and book those mother loving sessions.